Well, hey everybody, and welcome to a video that I promised at the end of 2025, and here we are, middle of February 2026, and I'm just now getting around to it. I've tried to do this. This is the fourth time now that I have tried to do this video, and let's just say that the first two times I got everything set up, I was ready to record, and then it just didn't happen. Then I tried to record this video maybe a week and a half ago, and I was really not feeling well, and I had certain things set up, and I had big plans to put together the Minecraft crafting table, or the Lego crafting table, as part of the video. That didn't work either. The construction of it worked because it's done, but the filming of it did not even begin to work. So for that, I apologize. And well, it's here and it's a decoration in my backdrop now. With that stuff out of the way and introductions out of the way and apologies out of the way and whatever, let's go ahead and get into it. If you're new here, if you happen to be new to this channel, well, I want to say thanks for clicking, and why don't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like, notification bell, all the things that every single YouTuber says when you click on one of their videos. So what we're gonna be doing today is actually go through and talk about the channel a little bit, talk about where we are, what my plans, what my hopes, and leave it up to you some comments of what you would like to see in the future on this channel. So to kind of get things started, what I would like to address is the fact that for really the past, year plus, this channel has been almost exclusively Minecraft content. And while that's not a bad thing, and I don't mind it at all, in fact, I've really grown to love the game, but one thing that I want to do is make a little bandwidth for myself, give myself a little margin to maybe branch out and do a couple of other things. And so that kind of brings me into the very first little bit of the Q&A part of this video, and that is the questions here that from a few of y'all weave in really nicely here. First, there's a question from Seeking Arc. Do you plan on branching out or remain mostly focused on Minecraft? Well, I just kind of hinted at that. I want to really stay focused on Minecraft, I think, but at the same time, I want to give myself room to try some other things. There's some things that I would love to do on stream. I would love to get back to playing some Stardew Valley. I would love to get back to playing some Ark, Survival Evolved. Maybe you'll see me start over on PC and do a new world, 2026, Ark Survival Evolved. I think that could actually be fun. But rest assured, for all of the diehard Minecraft fans, no, Minecraft is not going anywhere on this channel. It will still remain a very, very large part of what we do here. And then Intrepid Tato asks, how has my view of Minecraft changed since before I played? Well, I think like many adults, when we hear about the game for the first time, we think, oh, it's a blocky kids game, especially adults my age that grew up, 80s, 90s in that era, that we're like, well, this is not new. It's nothing new. It's just the same old, same old. It's why play a game with terrible graphics? And actually the game doesn't have bad graphics. It actually has amazing graphics that are just very intentionally made to look a specific way. And so while yes, thinking maybe it's just a kid's game, it is so much more than just a kid's game. It's a game of creativity, it's a game of survival, and it's got so much to offer for so many different people. And I think that's what really drew me into the game to begin with, and one of the reasons why I have stuck with it as much as I have. And then Demama asks, I know Minecraft took off at warp speed for you after that first video. What were your initial thoughts and feelings on what was happening? I really didn't know, because let's be honest, my initial playthrough of Minecraft was really meant to be a joke. It was meant to be a funny thing to laugh at with my kids. It was meant to be something that, maybe a few people might want to watch, but really it was just, oh, look, y'all have been at camp. I'm going to play Minecraft, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and haha, look at this, look at how terrible it is. I had no idea that there is a whole genre of Minecraft, a whole segment of YouTube out there of people who like people playing for the first time. And I get it. I can see the appeal at this point. I had no idea that even existed. So what were my thoughts? Very surprised, very shocked, a little overwhelming, but for the most part, the support and some of y'all are still hanging around. I'm very appreciative of having the opportunity to know you. With that, let's go ahead and move into some of the more philosophical Minecraft questions that I have that some of y'all ask. So some of these are actually really good. Hyphen Universe asks, what made you start your channel? What made you start Minecraft? And why are you so positive and fun to watch? I don't think I can answer the last one very well because I don't really know. All I can say is that I just try to have a good time. I try not to take myself too seriously, and I try to just enjoy whatever life throws at me. I guess that's it. But what made me start my channel? So originally, and I know I've told this story on stream before, but originally the reason why I started the channel was nothing more than a way to moderate the nerd who plays things, my son, his live streams anonymously so that I could stay anonymous and that he could stay anonymous, because I wanted to make sure, because at the time he was barely a teenager, and I wanted to make sure to protect his online privacy as much as I protected mine. So that's really it. And I started playing Ark Survival Evolved because that's the game I was playing. And then when they went off to camp, I tried Minecraft, and well, we've already talked about that, and the rest is kind of history. And we are where we are today. And the next few questions come from Twinkly Tanya. And the first one is, what would you love to get better at in Minecraft? Organics, building organics and learning how to make things look like they naturally appeared in the world. I feel like that's something that I need a lot of practice at. I need to do a lot of research and a lot of studying, and I think it would be really, really fun to learn and get better at how to make things that look like they've always been in the world. The next one is, what is my favorite Minecraft world that I've played in so far? And I think really it is my first world that I ever played. That one has been a whole lot of fun. Maybe my second favorite at this point might be the current hardcore series that me and Argobot are playing, because just the generation in that world, the survival island aspect of it, and all the things that it's thrown at us has been really, really, really fun. So first pick, the dad's first world. The second pick, the hardcore world. The next question from Twinkly Tanya, and since you originally started Minecraft just to be able to play it with your kids, what do they think of your love for Minecraft now and your YouTube success? I think generally they're pretty jazzed about it, actually. I know for one, Cat Noodles has a large time anytime she gets to participate in the world. And not only that, but so does the nerd who plays things. The fact that we get to kind of share some common interests, and I can say, hey, look at this thing I did. It's like, oh, wow, that's cool. Or we can have a laugh doing a funny, silly game family thing together. That's just great. And one of the things that I think is really important about this channel in particular is I want to be an example of dads, moms, do something with your kids. Do something fun. Find a way to engage with them on something that you otherwise might not. And you'll realize that it creates bridges where before there may have been some gaps. It's a great way to show that you care, and it's a great way to just spend quality time with your kids. The next question, if you could choose something to add in a future Minecraft update, what would you want to see added to the game? That's a really good question because honestly, I don't know. I feel like I've not been playing this game long enough, and I've seen so many things added to the game already. I'm still in the middle of the One World Every Update series that I'm doing in Java, and so I'm getting to see how things were added to the game historically, and that's been really fun. So up to this point, I don't really know. I can't think of any other mob that I would like to see added to the game. I can't think of necessarily any kind of block that needs to be added to the game. I don't really have a good answer for that. So I kind of like it the way it is, and I take whatever the devs throw at us, and I enjoy it the best I can. That question fits in really well with something that Demama also asked. She kind of asked one question in 3 different forms. If there was one thing I'd like to see added, changed, or removed? And again, I don't really know. I think the overall gameplay for what it is, I'm not the big picture. This is why I'm not a game developer, because I've got no ideas about it. There's all sorts of great ideas about there of fun things that could be added into the game. You know, irritating things that we'd like to be removed or something that we'd like to be changed. I think maybe one of the only things that I can think of that might make a significant difference for me is maybe tweak inventory a little bit, because that's a huge struggle. And I know it's not just a struggle for me with my emotional support egg and things like that, but for other players as well. There are times when I see them struggling with inventory and moving things from one container to another. So maybe find some way that's not a mod that we could add into the game that lets us manage inventory just a little bit nicer. Demama also asks, she says, if I had a free 12 hours to do nothing but Minecraft and chill, starting with a blank slate, what would you have at the end, and where, what biome, would I be in the world? So I would like to think that I'd probably be at the end of 12 hours, I'd probably be in a forest somewhere with a decent sized house with a mine all the way down to bedrock and enough diamonds to make myself some basic diamond tools and armor. Probably nothing enchanted yet, but waiting for the next step, which after 12 hours, that next step is probably going to be something like the Nether. Who knows, maybe I've already been to the Nether and back, maybe I'm brewing potions, maybe I'm getting ready for a stronghold, but my guess is I'd probably spend some time gathering resources, getting lots of stone, getting lots of deep slate, maybe some basic enchantments on the enchanting table, but probably wouldn't have anything good because I probably wouldn't have a mom farm yet, probably wouldn't have the experience yet, but I'd have a decent cozy home with the way down to the bottom of the world, maybe do some caving, and that's what I can imagine. So now we move into a different segment of this video because there are some questions about it that actually make sense, and there are some things that I would probably want to address anyway. And one of the things that I have to consider is that I am very much still part-time at YouTube. I do have a full-time job, and trying to balance having a wife, 2 kids, a job, and YouTube. Not only just YouTube, but the community that comes with it. It is, let's say, it's a balancing act, and caring for yourself is a very important thing. If you're aspiring to be a content creator, one of my best pieces of advice is figuring out how to balance the work, real life, online life, parts of your world in a way that you still get to take care of yourself. Because one of the things that I've experienced is I very seldomly will just sit down and play a game just for fun. And that's something that I really want to change. That's something, because I am the dad who plays things, I really want to be able to just sit down and play games just for fun, not worry about content, a little more frequently than I do right now. But some of the real work-life stuff, there are some questions here from a few people because y'all want to know what I do. Y'all want to know what I do for a living because I have this knowledge, I have this stuff, and I do things, and I know things, and whatever. I am a media and production director for a medium-sized church. That's what I do. I work for a church, and I make sure that the IT infrastructure is taken care of. So I know a little bit about IT, how to manage a fairly large network with several hundred network appliances built on it. But I also am live sound, live production, video production, lighting director, all those kind of things. And not only that, but managing a team of volunteers and other people, helping them learn new skills when it comes to video production, sound production, lighting, that kind of stuff. So that's my job in real life, and yeah, it takes a considerable amount of time, but at the same time, it also offers me the flexibility to do YouTube like I do at this point in the game. And before I did this, I actually did work for a sound company. And that's part of what Aldrich, one of your questions is. You told us you grew up in Louisiana, but also lived in Kentucky. Have you lived in any other states? Does any one of them stand out as home? if you had your druthers, which I love that word, by the way, Aldrich, I love the word druthers, where would you like to live, retire to? So yes, I grew up in Louisiana, and Louisiana is home. And really where I am now is home because I love the area. I love the part of the state. I love the vibe of the city we're in, and it just feels like home. But we lived in Lexington, Kentucky for about 10 years, and we loved our time there. I worked for a sound company there, and I learned a lot of things that actually translate to what I do today. And so that was a huge thing for me, and it actually led me to the job that I do now. And Aldrich also asks that I've talked about being in a band before as a teen or an adult. What kind of music did you play? Do you still play guitar, drums, keyboard? Okay, so this is actually a really fun question. Yes, I have been in multiple bands, high school and as an adult, most of them church bands. A couple of them were just regular bands as an adult, but my heart is all rock and roll. I love me some good rock and roll. I grew up on Metallica, Megadeth, Ozzy, that kind of stuff. But anymore, I listen to all kinds of things. And yes, I do still play primarily guitar, but I can pretend to play keyboards well enough to make you think I know how to play keyboards, and I can pretend to play the drums well enough to make you think I know how to play the drums, even though I really don't. Aldrich also asks, do I have a college degree? Yes, I do have a college degree. My degree is in computer information systems. I got that degree in 2002 when information systems was still pretty new. And so did I get to really use it? The answer is not really, but a little bit maybe. But it gave me the background thought processes and creative thinking when it comes to technical things that it has actually served me very well in my professional life. And Aldrich also wants to know, what does the mom think of me spending so much time on the YouTube channel? Well, I would say most of the time, it's fine. Most of the time, there's nothing wrong with it. There are seasons where I get really busy. Like right now, I'm wrapping up one project and I'm wanting to move into some other things that might be a little more relaxed, because when you have too many projects going on, it's really, really easy to come home from work, sit down at the computer, work on the channel or play channel or record video or whatever, leaving not a lot of time for the family and for your relationships. And as a dad, as a husband, this is kind of a nugget wrapped up in the middle of this. If you're a dad, if you're a husband, the best way, this is my opinion, the best way you can show your kid, one of the best things you can do for your kids is to show them how much you love their mother. I know it's hard and not everybody falls into that situation and whatever, and there's grace upon grace upon grace for any and every situation. But if you're in a situation where you're still married to your kids' moms, show your kids how much you love her. That will pay dividends for you in your relationship, not just with her, but with your kids as well. After that, I figure we can get back to some of the more Minecraft-y focused things and some of the more, I guess, YouTube-focused things. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into some questions from Nate the Great, Two Nuggets, and Stormy Wolf, which I think these are pretty fun. Nate the Great starts off, who are my favorite Minecraft creators, both Java and Bedrock? And it's hard for me to really say. I think the ones that I have really taken a liking to is because I've gone back and I've watched some of their very, very, very early videos. I really like BOO. I think he's really fun, and his current videos have a very calmness to them, and he comes across very scholarly when it comes to Minecraft building, and I really appreciate that. I like his building style, and I like his creator style. So he's probably, if I had to pick a favorite one right now, he's probably it. I'm gonna have a fun question from Kate Graham. She says, has the mom who doesn't play ever had any interest in Minecraft or attempted to play? And actually, yes. She has joined us on the Dadlands a little bit. She's still very new to the Minecraft game, and so she's the mom who plays a little bit. That's pretty much all she plays. But she has started playing a little bit on the weekends when we have time, and it's been really, really fun to have her along for the ride as well. Ooh, and then Then I have Nate the Great. And another question from Nate the Great says, how would I describe the Dadlands crew in one word each? And boy, ooh, that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. I might have to make a whole separate video just about that because the Dadlands crew has gotten so big, but I'll go ahead and name a few to start. Let's see, I'll start with Argobot, Architect, because I don't know if you can do anything different. Cat Noodles was also there at the very beginning, Chaos, and let's see, we can go to Mama, Coffee, Nate the Great. I would describe you as, I'm trying to figure out the right word to use for this, but savant, maybe? Considering that you built the entire Japanese themed area on your phone, I can't think of a better way to put it than that, just savant. Andy, I would have to say she is the helper. Agent C Minecraft is the roamer. I say you roam around. Let's see, who else? I'm gonna forget somebody. Fallout Boy, you are entertainment. Parson, you are the explorer. Let's see, who else? I'm gonna forget lots of people. Tranquil Rampage, for Relying Voice, you are builder. And if I had to do two, community builder. Stormy, how would I describe Stormy? Let's see. Stormy is friend. If you're not friends on the Dadlands with Stormy, then you're doing something wrong. And that's all that I can come up with off the top of my head right now. I know I probably forgot a bunch of people. I've forgotten a ton of people. And so for that, I'm sorry, but I'll come back to you later. You can drop a comment in the video if you're watching and I missed your name. Drop a comment and I'll figure out what your one-word description is and I'll put it in the comments. Two Nuggets wants to know, what's my favorite build style? I think my favorite build style right now is medieval. I'm still working on Taterton and I'm trying to figure out the medieval style and I just think it looks really good and it fits the way I like to play. And Stormy asks, if I could recreate one movie scene in Minecraft, which one would it be? Oh, that's a really good question. If I could recreate one movie scene in Minecraft, oh, if I thought I was up to it, I might have to consider doing something with Helm's Deep. I think that would be amazing to recreate Helm's Deep in Minecraft. I'm sure somebody's done it before. I've not seen it, but I bet that would be impressive. Now we come to the part of the video where I'm gonna do a little bit of rapid fire Q&A. So I'm gonna try to rattle these off just as quick as I can, no explanation. We're just gonna go through these questions and see how fast we can get through them. See, Agent C Minecraft, Hawaiian pizza? Nope, don't like pineapple, sorry buddy. Biscuit Balls wants to know my favorite fast food chain, probably Chick-fil-A. My favorite song or artist, right now it's gonna be Dream Theater. My favorite dream, my dream country or state, that's a great question. I really wanna see the United Kingdom. I wanna see Scotland, Ireland, and England, all three of them about as equal because I've never been there before. Kira Lord says cats or dogs, that's easy. I'm a dog person, even though my only pet right now is an outside cat who comes inside when it's cold. My favorite food, I absolutely love food in general. I just like food. But if I had to pick, it's probably gonna be some form of Tex-Mex because that's one of my favorite things. What's my coffee order? Black coffee. If I'm getting something other than black coffee, it is a double cortado with half and half. They don't make that at Starbucks, so good luck. Here's some Minecraft rapid fire from Kira Lord. I've got my favorite thing to do in Minecraft. That's probably gonna be exploring. After getting an Elytra, one of my favorite things to do in the game is fly around and see just how the world generates. Absolutely one of my favorite things. Parson asks, do I miss the controller? I don't miss the controller. I actually prefer playing keyboard and mouse at this point. Copper armor tools, yes or no? Probably not once you're established. If you're starting a new world, maybe as a stopgap. The loyalty trident or infinity bow? Absolutely a loyalty trident if I had to pick between the two because you can put mending on the loyalty trident. Potato? Yes, potato. How's Timothy? Timothy is fine. I don't know where he is, but I know he's back there somewhere. Now for some pop culture and fun questions. What's the most used movie quote in my videos? What do you think it is?
Run away!
Run away. From Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Tap Daisy wants to know, Parrot, do I believe in ghosts? I don't know. I'm not really sure if I do or don't. Maybe. She also wants to know if I don't like any of the spooky stuff, what's my favorite animal, and if it's not gonna be a normal pet. I absolutely adore otters. I think they're the cutest thing in the world, and if I could have an otter without all the rigmarole that goes with it, yeah, I would absolutely have an otter. They're just amazing. Maury Penguin wants to know, what's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? What, African or European? So there's the end of the lightning round, and I think we're coming close to the end of the video, and I wanna thank y'all for sticking with me for so long and hanging out and watching this video and letting me just kind of ramble a little bit. I hope it doesn't come across too ramble-ish. If it does, I'm sorry. And if it doesn't, well, I'm glad you've stuck around and maybe you've learned something new about me that you didn't know before. But I wanted to say thank you specifically to Kira Lord because she left me just a delightful comment. She said, "Thank you for being such a wholesome internet dad. It's so nice to have people like you in the world just being positive. Your corner of the internet is very comfortable to be in." I just want to take a minute and say thank you for that. If I wanted to accomplish anything in the gaming space on YouTube, I think that's it right there. I just wanted to be able to provide a place for people to come, have a good time, not worry about the content that they were watching, and know that it's safe and that I'm approachable and that we're really just here to have fun. And we're really here to have a positive, engaging time, regardless of the game we're playing, and mainly bring a little light to a world that sometimes can feel very, very dark. So with that, I think that kind of brings us to the end of this video. And if you have enjoyed getting to hear me ramble a little bit and all my ideas and things and whatever, hopefully we didn't chase too many squirrels in this, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime I release a new video. And here's something about the line that I'm about to say is I genuinely want and hope that whatever happens in your day today, the day that you might be watching this, I hope that it's a good day. And this is where this line came from. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're not, I hope it only gets better from here. And I really do mean that. And the reason why I say that at the end of most of my videos is because I like to leave the world a little bit better than the way I found it. If I can in any way help brighten your day just a little more than it already is, then my work here is done. I am the dad who plays things, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon.